Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. I'm Baba Sam. I saw an interesting question today and I wanted to address it. Can your family pass on chronic illness through bad genes? So let's talk about chronic illness and bad genes. So in my family history, you can find some others with bipolar. So some will say, oh, you have bad genes to give you bipolar. But that doesn't have to be true. That we all have genes, and they may not be desirable genes, but they're not turned on, or the expression isn't turned on of that gene. So what does turn on these genes to create that chronic illness? Well, basically it comes down to our thoughts and our belief system, and our levels of stress is a really an important factor. So let's unwind this a little bit. If you have a strong belief, oh, Uncle Bob and Sally have bipolar, they have MS, they have cancer, then that will become your reality if you're constantly focusing on that I'm going to get cancer too is basically what you're saying. If these people have bipolar, this part of the family has cancer, this part of the family has heart disease. It may be a genetic predisposition, but it doesn't have to be your truth. But if you focus on that, it will become your truth because the universe is always saying yes to you. But what about also about stress as well? If you're very stressed, then this will turn on genes if you have high levels of stress. I think that was the case in my situation. I was completely stressed out, overwhelmed with life, and all these genes turned on. But when I found inner peace by getting rid of my head trash, I think that turned the genes off. And this is the study of epigenetics, and you can look more into the epigenetics. And I think Dr. Bruce Lipton has quite a few books about the biology of belief that will talk about these epigenetics, that just because so-and-so has a chronic illness or chronic disease in your family doesn't mean that you will get that as well. And there are some things that you can do to prevent that from turning on. One is examining your belief system. Do you think you're going to get this disease as well? Are you filled with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry and fear? These also create the conditions for chronic illness and disease. Another factor as well is self-criticism. Are you constantly judging yourself, condemning yourself? I see self-criticism as the fuel for autoimmune diseases. There's a lot of factors to trigger autoimmune diseases. One of the factors is our inner environment, our stress levels, our thoughts, our beliefs, our self-criticism will turn these on as well. So how do you prevent all of this? Is by relaxing and by taking these daily mental showers. And I constantly talk about daily mental showers because it's so important to get rid of the trash, the daily trash, the belief systems that we're picking up, the opinions that we're picking up, the constant judgment that we're picking up from others, that we don't know what's best for us. But we live in this body, so we know what is best for us. So we just need to relax and realize I don't have to turn these diseases on. Just because so-and-so has this doesn't mean I will get it. Or if they get heart disease, cancer, whatever it may be, it doesn't have to be your truth. But it will be your truth if you're focused on it and you believe you will get that. And it could be a very subtle belief as well. Maybe just seeing that person constantly or remembering that person constantly will trigger that memory. Oh, they have cancer. I may get that too. And that can be buried in the subconscious. You may not even be aware of it. This is where I help people get rid of that subconscious head trash, the programming that we're not even aware of. And a daily mental shower will slowly get rid of that stuff as well, of being in a place of peace, of being present. Because when we're in our mental stories, we are not here. We're weakening ourselves, we're weakening our immune system when we're not in this moment, when we're caught up in the daily drama, the daily story, dragging yourself into the past, or future guessing. So the best thing we can do for ourselves is to relax and dive into that deeper essence of who we are, the one who sees through the eyes, the one who listens, the one who senses. So just relax. Just because so and so in your family has it, or many people in your family has it, doesn't mean it has to come to you. And if it is with you right now, that can be reversed, that can be changed. Maybe you can turn those genes off through epigenetics. And the way we turn that off, remember, is by relaxing, getting rid of the stress, getting rid of the stories. And there may be other methods as well where you can turn that off, that condition. But only you know that deeper part of you, of how to change course. It's not about figuring things out. It's about relaxing and diving deeper into who we really are, not this invention of who we think we are. All right, I think that's all I need to share today. Well, take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.